Do you want to make double? I ordered one.
If you don't want it.
I mean, yeah, if you want something before the gym. I'm about to make my pre.
All right. Let's get you in and out of here real quick.
Stop
Just
laughing.
I got you full cam right now. Stop.
I'm maxing out Zom's full
I'm
cam.
maxed out.
we came
Look at
into
his
the
eyes.
interview. I'm like, I said I didn't want nuggets.
Okay.
Damn, Zoms, when you get a haircut, bro? Like,
Yeah, I need a haircut too. We going?
Tomorrow?
I'll drive
Okay,
you.
guys. Okay.
I'll
Let's
drive
start.
you.
You guys have the energy. I love it. All right. Just to quickly run through this, the press are in here. They're ready to go. They're going to be raising their hands. I'm going to click on their hands. They're going to ask a question. We'll go one by one. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone have a question before we get started? Sentinels guys?
Nope.
no.
Alrighty. And this is recorded, by the way. I'm going to hit play in just a second. So here we go. All right. We got a first question from Brandon. Run it back. Go ahead, Brandon.
Awesome, thank you. Congratulations 1,000 times, you guys. Awesome job. This question is to either Dapper or Sick. We hear all the time how important it is to be versatile and adapt, whether to the meta or simply to a role needed on the team. Sentinels was the only team where 2 players selected 4 agents total in the tournament. Those players, of course, being you guys. Closest to that was version 1 with only Zelsis picking up 4. So can you guys just kind of speak to how that versatility has made you the juggernauts that you are?
Well, for me, it actually wasn't planned for 4 agents. It was planned for 3. For me, I was playing Sova and Icebox, and I liked the character. I think that's what kind of got me into it. I was like, I want to play Sova just because I like him. I think I could be good with him on Icebox. And then it ended up we played 2 series, and I had the worst maps of my whole Valorant career. Literally those 2 maps were the worst. So I just told Hunter I could just go back on Sage. I played before. Do you want to play Sova again? And he's like, yeah, sure. So that wasn't necessarily planned, but the fact that we can do that, it was pretty much Hunter bailing me out because I wasn't performing how well we wanted to, at least on that map. So it's kind of more Hunter than me. But yeah, the fact that we could both swap and still play well is really important. So if that happens, someone playing bad on I don't know, you could do any example. It could be Shaz playing bad on Jet, and he's like, I don't want to play Jet anymore. Tens, do you want to play Jet? And I'll just play a support character, for instance. I think we all have the ability to do that. So it definitely helps a lot.
Alrighty. Got second question from Jalen, esports.
Hey guys, this is for Shazam. For the upcoming event, which region are you excited to play, and which do you think will give you the most trouble?
Pretty much the European teams, Fnatic and Liquid. I'd say that they're probably the other strongest region outside of NA. I watch a lot of their games, and I'm just interested to see how the styles match up. They're running Brimstone and playing heavy post plants. It's pretty interesting. So we'll see. I'm a little disappointed Vision Strikers didn't make it because there's so much hype around them, and I really wanted to play them most of all.
Let's go with Katrina, upcomer.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations again. After competing against version 1 twice in this tournament, what do you think are some of these teams' strengths that will help them represent NA in Iceland?
You got that,
this.
Zoms?
Yeah, Zoms, what's up?
Oh no, those guys are horrible.
Okay. Let me. Okay, I was like, they were pretty quick to adapt, to use Viper on all the maps. Try out Astra, try different things. You could tell that they were actively practicing and trying to play to what is strongest in the current meta. And I think that any team that wants to be good in this game has to constantly evolve, has to constantly try new things and use what is powerful. You're gonna fall behind if you just stick to your old comps and get comfortable. It's gonna become predictable. But yeah, they played really well this tournament.
All right. Let's go with Scott at esports.
Hi guys, congratulations again. Assuming that this roster wants to continue competing together long term, how important is it is your input as players in sort of the decision-making process regarding TenZ's long-term future with the team?
The org obviously cares about, like, you know, they talk to us constantly about like how practice is going and, you know, what we think and what like players would be a good fit. Like they're actively trying to help us out and, like, you know, make us happy and like keep the roster that we want. But ultimately, you know, it's up to the big people within the orgs to see what happens. And obviously things have been going really well for us, so hopefully it continues.
I'm gonna ignore the giggle fits happening here.
Yeah, guys, reset, guys. Come on.
No.
Dude, Mike is laughing. Mike was started it.
No, you started it, dude. That's all right, let's go.
No worries. All right, Aaron, Nat, Invent Global. Go ahead,
Hey,
Aaron.
I wanted to start by apologizing to TenZ for missing our interview the other day. It was my bad. As far as the upcoming Iceland event, do you think that you all will benefit from playing on LAN, or do you think that playing online is something that has helped you get this far? This is for, I guess, whoever kind of has thoughts.
I can
I mean,
chime.
You got it.
That's
Okay,
I think go.
I'll chime in on this one because I get frustrated with online play because I live all the way West Coast Canada and I have 60 ping. So I think for me, it would help me to kind of be able to hold angles instead of getting pooped on every time someone peeks me.
Oh, I was just gonna say that literally before we hopped in this call, we all actually checked our HLTV, like because we're all four of us are CS players, and we all actually looked at our how many LANs we played total, and I think Shaz has like 50 on HLTV and probably more that that's not on the HLTV that wasn't recorded. I have like 30 on HLT or like 20 on HLTV, and I went to a whole bunch of local LAN. So like I feel like most of us have a whole bunch of experience on LAN. So I feel like compared to other regions or like other players from other regions that like maybe this like one of their first competitive games or like they weren't that big in their other games and they never really like competed at LANs, we're probably one of the most tenured on it. So it should help us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Got a question from Weird Beard. Go ahead.
Hey guys, congratulations. In the Valorant community, some people have painted Sentinels as almost like the supervillain team, you know, the team that's always the big bad guys and whatnot. Do you embrace that role, or do you think that that's kind of an incorrect painting of who you guys are as a team?
I mean, we definitely embrace it. Like we try to have fun in our matches, and obviously, if you're a fan of the losing team, you're not gonna like that. So that's kind of made us the villains. I'm sure people are sick of watching their favorite teams lose to us all the time. We have fun with it, but in reality, like, I mean, none of us are bad people. We're all just chill, and we're good at video games.
Scott, Esports.
Hi guys. Dapper talked about your guys' Counter-Strike background. Then I wanted to ask about, most if not all of you came over from lengthy or short Counter-Strike careers. Aside from obviously differences between the games themselves, what's been the biggest difference you've noticed from either like a community or a developer support standpoint from, coming from CSGO to Valorant?
Hunter.
Okay. Yeah, I think what are you laughing about? I think the like developer thing is really cool because coming from Counter-Strike, it's kind of like the game was stagnant for so long, and I played it for like, I don't know, 5-6 years. Shazam played it for like, I don't know, 10 years or whatever. So it's like, so we played the game for a long time. Like not much ever changed. Like the game was not very dynamic, and I mean obviously you could change your strats and stuff, but I think like Valorant is much more interesting in the way that they are able to come out with new agents. They're able to like change the way the agents interact. And with CS, it's just like, okay, you can't change a HE grenade and you can't change like a smoke. So it's just like you're playing the same game day in, day out. But with Valorant, like you get to actually adapt. And I think that's a big difference with Riot, I would say.
Could I potentially ask a follow-up? That's okay.
Sure.
Do you guys potentially, and anyone can really answer this, do you potentially see more migration coming over from Counter-Strike as we approach, the return of, or not the return, the debut of LANs for Valorant? Do you think it will attract more players to come over?
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what the game's missing right now is like some of the other games like CS. Like a lot of the teams went to Europe and are still competing internationally. And as soon as international play starts in this game, I think the viewership's also going to blow up. As soon as the regions start getting more invested in their teams and competing against other regions, and um, it just seems like opportunities in CS are getting more and more limited, and Valorant is still trending upwards.
Thanks, guys. Here we got Brandon. Second question. Go ahead, Brandon.
Awesome. Thanks again. So looking forward to Iceland. You know, we've heard Breeze being added to the map pool. This is really kind of for anybody who has input on it. You know, how much time will you guys spend preparing for it? You know, will you guys try and make it part of your game plan, or is it something you might avoid maybe? Because, you know, obviously we don't know exactly how the pick and ban situation is going to go just yet.
Yeah, if you're playing against us, you need to ban Breeze. We're already insane on that map. We started practicing it, so you got it coming for you if you pick that against us.
Facts. Pretty much what Zom said.
Awesome. All right, Scott, about esports.
Again, so coming up, you guys have one of your longest breaks that you've had all year, just with the back-to-back qualifiers. You've got about 3 weeks up until the Masters event in Iceland. Are you guys considering or going to be trialing any sort of dramatic composition or strategy changes that can be used to kind of take the field by surprise when you get to Iceland?
Shit. Gonna have to wait and see.
Nah, I mean, yeah, we can't really give much away, but like obviously, the more of odds that people have us with our like normal comps, the more we'd have to adapt. But at the same time, I don't think we're gonna get our heads too much about it. Like we'll probably go there and like try the comps that we normally play and like practice and stuff and see how it goes, and then like maybe adapt if we have to. But I think like if it's necessary, we'll do it. But I don't think we'll look too much into it yet. I'd say.
Alrighty. Cross, anyone else have any other questions? Oh, we got a hand up from Jalen.
So this is for anyone. Some pros have criticized Astra, saying she kind of steers the game away from a first-person shooter. Some compare it to StarCraft. So I just want to see your opinion on Astra, and do you think she's actually balanced? And just your thoughts on the agent.
Yeah, I think she kind of ruins the pacing of the game. When there's an orb there and it forces you to slow down or it stops a hit and there's really nothing you can do about it. There's like no counterplay. It's pretty frustrating to play against. And I wish they would adjust it a little bit. I don't know how. Maybe like delay the ability to use like the gravity well or something. But yeah, it's definitely like playing an RTS. Like when I watch Zoms on Astra, it's like he's playing StarCraft. His APM is insane. Like putting orders down and like staring at his map. Yeah, I wish they would change the agent a bit.
All right. And any other questions? Before these guys go get McDonald's and celebrate. Oh, okay. We got a couple more. Let's make these last couple. All right, Aaron, go ahead.
This one's just based off of what Haley just asked. So, what's your McDonald's orders?
I don't know who ordered it. Chaz, go.
Well, I got chicken nuggets and a McDouble. Just some energy before
Good
work.
macros. Good macros.
All right, Zom's next.
Double quarter pounder meal.
Hunter.
I don't know. I change it up, man. You gotta have some variety in life. You know, you gotta spice it up with some nuggets and some maybe a McFlurry here and there. So
Yeah, the hot and spicy
Oreo
chicken is
McFlurries.
good too.
yeah, I like some variety with my McDonald's.
I like the
Yeah.
sweet tea, bro. The sweet tea is like crack.
It's
We're gonna go on
horrible.
a, we gotta cut the McDonald's out because there's no McDonald's in Iceland. So
Yeah, we gotta wean off it.
Really?
yeah, we gotta wean off. Yeah,
I'm gonna have withdrawals now.
we're gonna eat like lamb's head and shit.
What about Tyson? What do you eat at McDonald's?
I I changed it up too. I go for like Zoms. I think I go for like a double quarter pounder cheese, but I normally add bacon and like lettuce on it. And then I upgrade my fries to a poutine.
Huh. Canadian thing.
Kind of got that.
Yeah.
Not everyone has that luxury.
That's very enlightening. Thank you, everybody. All right, we got one from Brandon.
All right, thanks again. This will be my last one, I promise. This is kind of for either Tens or Shazam, whoever wants to answer it. In terms of kills, ADR, and ACS, every player on version 1 underperformed compared to the Sentinels roster, except for Penny. Penny's the only V1 member who performed better than at least one Sentinels player in those categories. I've heard all weekend long that, just praise from opponents and from teammates for the young Penny up and coming. I'm just curious, as someone who plays Jet against his Jet, what you think of Penny as a player, as an opponent, and kind of what his future might be in Valorant.
I'll let you say that, Tyson.
Okay. Looking at him as a player, I remember I was watching like some decisions that he made against, I think it was Envy, and I feel like he has very good like in the moment like intuition on certain decisions, and especially he's really talented, so he can take fights. So similar, he tries to like take a lot of gunfights, similar to like I do with the rifle. I don't know if Shaz wants to chime in on this.
I don't know. I haven't really noticed it much. I'm looking right now. It seems like he went really positive in that match, which is good. But he also had no first bloods and died a lot first. So, as a Jet, like obviously it's pretty easy to get kills, I think, but it's really important sometimes to make space. Like sometimes a lot of us will die first, but like you have that ability to make space for your team, and sometimes it's not always just displayed on the scoreboard.
All right, thanks, guys. Got time for like last final questions if there's any more? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you, everybody. It's been a long weekend, so appreciate you taking the time. And we'll see you in Iceland.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks all. Congrats.
Yep.